Hello, 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 Ganja goons out there. I am with the PLNT fam, the people behind the scenes. All we've seen is Jason, and now we see other faces. So, Alexis, LJ, please, welcome to the Ganja Goons gang here. We do have fun. We're pretty much laid back. We like to listen to all cryptos. There's no favors. And I thought it was a great opportunity when Jason told me that hey, I'm making a coin, I'm making a token, and it's PLNT, and I'm like, Jason, I'm working with you on other tokens, and now you laid this on me, and he's like, the pre-sale already happened too. I'm like, Jason, this I want to support you, man. So I've been back behind PLNT since day one. I think I got in at what 40 something holders.
Yeah,
Yeah,
somewhere
40
around there.
something holders. So still holding the bag, have not let go. And really, let's go around the table, and I'll start with Jason first, and then we'll go LJ, Alexis. Just talk about your background, your role, and really what you do for PLNT.
Hey guys, I'm the main guy here with my three other co-owners. My name's Jason Serio. Live here in New Orleans, Louisiana, and you guys have seen me on Teddy's show before, and we're talking about Platanaso and what we're trying to do for the Hispanic community and the Latino community and the Caribbean community. And hopefully in the future we're gonna have some breaking news that we can share exclusively on here on Teddy's show. So make sure you subscribe to his show. Jay,
Awesome.
you're next,
Awesome.
man.
Yep. So, all right, my name is Felix Sora, as you can see there under where I'm at in the camera. I am half Dominican, half Puerto Rican. Um, I just want to, I got some notes here. So, um, I grew up in a Hispanic home, and just, you know, growing up in a Hispanic home, my father was working all day, um, while my mother was trying to take care of us five brothers and sisters. Going to school, coming home from school, and then just the regular doing homework, and then we can have fun. But that was the norm in my house. My father working all day, coming from Dominican Republic into the United States, and just working his butt off. It's he showed me that 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 is needed, to be able to get somewhere in life. We work hard for whatever we want, right? And not only that, one of the key things that my dad always presented was that he was always loving and caring for his neighbor, right? um, Whenever he seen someone that was going through any issue, he was open and willing to help. um, and that's one thing that just rubbed off onto me. And I can see anyone that's going through an issue, and I want to try to help out. If I'm able, if I have, you know, if I have enough to help you out, I will help you out. And so, you know, um, it's kind of like that situation, right, where you're in the airplane, and turbulence is happening, and the mask comes down, right? They're saying protect yourself before you can protect the other one, because if you take it off, you just put it in the other one, then you're gone, and etc. Right? Then you
Right.
can't help the other person next to you. So, as I'm working hard trying to build a firm foundation, here with Platanaso and with my family, um, you know, if anybody is out there in the community and needs help, we're going to help. And that's why Platanaso is here, to help the Hispanic community, the Caribbean communities, and the rest of the world. And so, a little bit about my background in the experience world, work experience. My background is technology, that is tech support, um, fixing computers, building computers from scratch. Right now, I am working for a company that does medical devices, centrifuges, if you guys are aware of that, incubators and whatnot. And so my position there is technical support. They're calling and, hey, how may I help you? Service, this is Felix. And so, it's fun.
Yeah.
The people that call in, they're very friendly. Sometimes, you get those calls, but you got to work it out. You know what I'm saying? With anybody that calls. And so other things that I know how to do is sorry for the voice crack there, but logos. I do logo designs, websites. Um, I tried launching
Wait, did you
a
make the Platanaso logo? Are you the creator?
yes, sir.
Nice, nice.
Yes, thanks. And yeah, that's my background: logo designs, um, tech. I'm in love with tech. Um, so I'm the tech guy. If you guys are ever having issues with your computer or need help with your phone or whatever, I'm there. I'm replacing uh, screens from the phones, and the family's always hitting me up. Hey, can you help? Fix my phone. I got a problem with this. I got a problem with that. I'm like, sure, come on, let's do it. Um, and then another key feature that I think will bring Platanaso, um, can help Platanaso come to the next level in regards to quality is I have also a quality manager background. I used to work for a metal plating company as a quality manager. Um, we had a quality management system that we had to follow. For those that might know, I know that some of the people in the community are veterans, and so we did a lot of processing metals for army, and military stuff, and so just having to go through a quality management system, make sure that we have everything aligned to to follow the federal guidelines and whatnot. It's one thing that was very critical for the company, and so I had to be basically the backbone to that company to make sure that we're following those guidelines, or everyone in the company is following those guidelines.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Alexis?
hmm
Yep. I just first off, I want to thank you, Teddy. Just I love the energy you bring to Platanaso. And all right, so I'll just say a little bit about me. My name is Alexis Zaria. I'm 22. Um, both of my parents derived from Mexico. I'm first generation American here. And something that always stuck with me is when my dad always tells me, when you're gonna do something right. Not 80%, 90%, do 100 and above. And what stuck with me with Jason when he came out with this idea, I was like, wow, we could help so many people. And by doing this, I've gone to Mexico, for example, and then I've seen the need of the farmers every day going out working from sunrise to sundown, and no complain. They always be working, and that's pretty much a little bit about me.
No, that's really good to know. And Alexis, what would you say your role is in PLNT?
So I'm the CEO. So what I do is run the daily operations, the social media. So I'm a little bit new to this game. So
Okay.
as I go, I'm learning. Yep.
And I've a follow-up question. How did you all meet? Is it Shinja? Is that the only thing that brought you together, or is there something more?
Uh, Me and Jay we first met through a entrepreneur group that we paid a subscription fee and know how to like flip stuff. So we both have the entrepreneur between both of us.
Okay, awesome. So it was like a business program or something?
What do you think, Jay? It would fall into?
Yeah, I would say it was more like a community thing where there were some leaders in there, and they also had other staff. And what they do is they have these different channels in that
Mhm.
community or group, and each channel will break down like different things that you can do, either buying and selling through Amazon. Or even eBay, all these different platforms where you can buy and resell, and so they'll give you the baseline and um, manuals and different ways to sell, and always updating the different methods to be able to, if you're building your own side company, you can learn everything you need through there. And so, you know Alexis is one of the guys I met in there, and ever since we met, I mean, I kind of stood you know to on his side, because he's a young man. He's way younger than me, and his mind is like, okay, he's out there. He's a go getter, and that's the type of people that I want to be next to.
Yeah, no, I can feel that type of vibe coming from Alexis as well. That's why I asked. No, this is great. So, other fun things. Jason. It appears we have suffered a pre-sale wallet sell-off.
Unfortunately, yes, we had a pre-seller who, decided to dump the chart, right? And
Right.
greed, just pure greed, just set in, and they decided to, sell and do that, and it was a terrible thing. But the community united, bought in, and ate that dip,
Right.
and we have a lot of community members from Smoke Haze to Supercar Hauler to a lot of other people that helped pitched in to keep this project going. I kind of figured we would have something like this down the road, and I thought I would, took into proper mitigation by vetting the people that we brought into the pre-sale and stuff like that.
Right.
But apparently, the old saying, money makes you do stupid things, right?
Yep.
And when someone sees that large amount of money, you may know that person and develop those relationships, but
That money is more important to them than the actual relationship. And
unfortunately,
the thing they don't understand is you have more growth in your career. This is a start, but it's not the end.
Correct.
And it's just ongoing, right? This is one
Correct.
of many. A quick donation from Ponzi Slayer. Thank you for the $1.99 donation. In PLNT, we trust, not Russ. That's pretty funny. So other things that came out of this is, yes, the chart did dump. Now, the major question that people ask is, how do we get back to an all-time high? How do we keep the upward trend?
So the upward trend right now, we're trading kind of sideways, right? Be straight up honest, we are trading sideways. We had a issue with a bot, and I'm going to explain that in a few minutes. But we're having a bunch of people in the community reach out to us, and they know people. Let's say I'm not going to drop the beans just yet, but they know people in industries, in Hollywood and stuff like that, and we're trying to get on board some certain community people in to help with what we're trying to do for the Latino community and what we're trying to do for Central and South America. And we're working on doing stuff for that community. We're trying to build that hype generically, well, not generic, but grassroots, right? Grassroots effort, and we're trying to build that hype. We're going to start. We have a competition that ended today. The person who shilled the most, we're giving away 500 BUSD. So we're coming up with.
What does that even mean? Shilled the most. What does the audience have to do?
We had a unfortunately it ended today, but we may do another one in the future. For a week, we ran a thing on our Twitter page where you can go and it has our Gleam form, and you go and you enter all the information, follow our social medias and stuff like that, and then it from a list we'll see who's following and we'll pick one winner, and we're hopefully we're looking at seeing how many people that brings in through follows and stuff like that, and if it's successful, we'll keep on doing something like that.
Okay, that's interesting. When do you think you're going to do the next campaign?
The next campaign, this week, we're actually, me and Felix, we're going to be talking about doing something else. We're exploring, right? Testing new things, new methods that we want to do. So hopefully sometime next week, by Wednesday or something like that, we'll have a little bit more idea and put out there what we're going to do next, because Dojo Swap may be coming out. May. I'm not saying when, but you have the Dubai event coming up very soon. So,
by the way, congratulations. We did it. We are listing on Dojo Swap. I predicted this. I was like, why wouldn't they do this? Guys, everything adds up to them listing on Dojo Swap. This does not make sense,
Yeah, so it's a process, and I've asked Cliff and the team over there, no special treatment. Treat me how you would any other token. So we had to do the audit, we had to do KYC through CERTIC, and through the whole entire process with filling out their paperwork, signing their paperwork, and etc. So we're glad and happy, extremely happy. Last night, Cliff, no one told me that a tweet was going to go out. So I'm excited by that tweet that they made last night, because they have 100,000 followers on their Twitter for Shinobi. So we're very excited, and also working with their team for marketing and so forth in the future, because to my knowledge, I believe we're the first BNB coin there's going to be on Dojo Swap. So we're trying to build those relations and everything like that on there.
So you are literally going to end up being the only vendor potentially when they go live that's on BNB, and that just like look at you. They're like, oh, I
Possible,
get on
yes.
Dojo Swap. You are the first coin. You are the first coin. Like that's crazy. By the way, $1.99 donation from Queso Platanaso to the moon. Vamos comunidad. Did I say that correctly?
Yeah, you said it
Yep.
good. You said it good, Teddy.
Awesome.
Awesome.
But
Go ahead.
yeah, we're still working on other avenues of marketing, right? And stuff like that. Right now, for Dojo Swap, we're gonna take a little, maybe like a week or so to calm the waters a little bit because we have to use the marketing funds to provide liquidity for
Right.
Dojo Swap. So we have to, if I'm gonna put in, 10K or whatever from there, it has to be converted to BNB and transferred to them with the amount of tokens. So
Right.
our marketing wallet at the moment is a little bit drained from paying the started KYC and paying, all the other stuff we needed to pay as a company.
Right.
But with the influx of new buyers and new holders that's going to be coming from Dojo Swap, because there's a lot of hype from the community, especially the Shinobi community,
Right.
and this personally when we come to support. I'm talking we because I'm part of the Shinobi family also.
Right. You are absolutely.
When we come to support a project or something like that, it's not one, it's all. So the
Jason, you
support
just
is there.
dropped a truth bomb on us. Basically, everyone's going to get access to Dojo Swap. The first token, the only token on the BNB network as of today, 3/11/2022,
Now-
with Crypto Expo, 3/16? So we have 5 days. Unless they come out with new news in this 5 days,
Now-
people are going to use Dojo Swap. They're going to try your token. Your
Correct.
token is the first token. That adds more value to your token. It brings up the price. That's a good thing,
It does, and I also want to thank the team over there from Shinobi Strong, Cliff, LC, and Abs over there. He's handling the applications, and I want to personally thank them. Because they're being bombarded with applications from different projects and everything like that, and depending on when other applications and stuff, right? This is just me personally, because I know
Right.
there being a lot of other projects are applying. We may not be the only BNB coin. There might
Right.
be another project down the road, or somebody is getting done through the KYC process, and
Right.
maybe lumped in with us. So we're aware, but for as of this moment, we're glad to be part of the Shinobi Dojo Swap ecosystem.
Yes, you are 100% integrated. They've taken you with open arms. They've accepted you. There was all that scare. You were like, I can't. And I'm like, bro, this and this equals this. It's like I was able to make that relationship. Now
Yeah.
it sits on really the usage and how much people will use Dojo Swap because it is that multi-chain swap, right? So it's going to be quite interesting. You change your network, you go onto BSC, and you can swap BNB to your token all in one
One-stop
area.
shop. One-stop
Yep.
shop. Much more easier than going around bridging and so forth. So that one-stop shop is very convenient for other people if they want to experiment with other chains and so forth.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And now, talking about other things, I have to ask because people want to know. Saitama Vern came into my chat, and both of you had a chat. And basically, I don't know if you know, his token had a pre-sale, and they sold out. They sold 1,100 BNB
Yes.
in like 8 hours, in less than 8 hours. It's like 6 or something, and they kept out. And now, what I remember is he said, "Have Jason reach out to me. We're gonna do something." And now my question is, have you reached out to to Crypto Vern?
I have reached out to CryptoVern. I talked to him this morning, and we had a wonderful, conversation and stuff like that. And as of this morning, after I got done talking with him, I filled out the application for it.
Amazing. This is exactly right. Oh my God. So now PLNT, not only are we talking the Shinja ecosystem, potentially, if all the cards line up, you are going to be on CVT's platform too. So now we have
Potentially.
multiple avenues. And what's going to happen as more people hold on to this token, Jason?
So as more people hold on to this token, we're going to be, giving more possible use case to our project. We're talking right now to a group of people who do farming and set all that up. So we're thinking about doing a staking pool, right?
Right.
Also, we're coming out with our application that we plan to do in the future, a couple of months from down the road. So we're gonna have use case for our token and stuff like that. And right now, the challenge is to get listed to these places
Right.
and have the ability for people to buy other than PancakeSwap.
Yeah. So how do you do that? You're just gonna go with exchange and
So
give your
Dojo Swap was always my plan from the
initial.
get go.
Now we got it. We got it quicker than you thought.
We got in, and we're excited to be part of the Shinobi ecosystem, and we're also considering depending on if we get good volume from Dojo Swap and so forth, maybe listing on a smaller exchange. I really do not want to do like large mega exchange. Smaller exchanges, maybe do a couple and see how that goes, and from there we'll let the community decide our fate. We'll let them decide if what exchange we should target, what exchange we should go for, and everything like that. Because it's a community token, and
Right.
the community is there to support us. As you saw when we had that pre-sale sell,
Right.
they stepped up and they came in and they supported us big time.
Right.
And so we want to let them decide the fate of this venture and what communities we help and everything like that whenever we do.
Right. So Jay, now coming to you. So some of the questions are really how does your role differ in Platanaso versus Jason's role? What do you bring to the table that Jason doesn't have? Because we have Jason's tech. He's done the coding. He's done everything. You've done the graphic. What else are you contributing to PLNT?
So I have this one person. I don't want to mention it. It's just something in. We're in the talks in the background. It's just one of the things that we're trying to integrate. That person has a great following on Twitter. I think Jason mentioned this last time. Already done a movie. The movie's about to come out soon. It's just I'm just hoping that person jumps into the project. But me as a chief marketing officer, I'm responsible for the planning, developing and implementing and monitoring, the overall business marketing strategy. So some of the duties may include like market research and stuff like that, pricing, what's the best way to go when it comes down to, getting some promotions and ads and, all that stuff. Seeing where most people coming in from to see our project, what regions and stuff like that. And, who, to what region should we be marketing at the moment based on the information that we're getting, all the metrics that we're getting. So stuff like that. And then, we come together, we put all that together and, as a team, Jason, I and Alexis, we then, because I know I'm the chief marketing officer, but at the same time, I want this to be a group effort. We're all in the same page, So that's just one of the things that that I'm doing as a CMO. And so I know,
like this is one of the things, right? So when it comes to market research, like this is what ends up happening. You're clearly doing market research. You know the space very well. What is PLNT going to do that other tokens have, tried? Because they're doing market research. They're doing the giveaways, whatever it may be. How are you guys going to differ that's going to cause the price to go up? Because all people, okay, you're marketing. Well, now you're just spending marketing dollars to do something. It failed. We got nobody. How are you going to show like, hey, we're progressing, we're increasing, we're adding more liquidity into our token?
Yeah. So one of the things that we're looking forward to is one of the utilities, which is the app, which is gonna, and that's one of the first things that we talk about, which is what's teaching, the language to different communities. Now, one of the other things are like that we were in the talks about is creating maybe a play to earn game, something that people can use to to play and earn some Platanaso back just for being a Platanaso holder. And also with the education of crypto, right? So it's not only just having the community join Platanaso, but what can they get out of it, right?
Right.
And then, we're going to try to work with, in the future, we're planning to work with people that are, that has a great knowledge. I mean, I'm talking about like they're fulfilled with the knowledge of in the crypto space. And we're going to put all this together and create either a website or a platform where they can go in and ask the questions like, what is a blockchain, right? What is crypto, stuff like that. And I know that we're marketing to the Hispanics and the Caribbean communities. And it's just because it's, I feel sad that, even my father, I know I mentioned him before, but when I tell him about crypto, in his mind, he's only thinking about Bitcoin, right? And so he doesn't know no other coin out there. He only heard about Bitcoin. And so, this is going to help teach the Hispanic community, Caribbean communities that it's not just Bitcoin that's out there. There's other tokens, there's other projects, that they're on a mission like us to try to do good. And so through this, we'll be able to teach
to be
people.
honest, when Jason first came up to me and he was like, the token's name is Platanaso, we did the pre-sale already. I'm like, what the heck is Platanaso? What is that? And he's like, it's bananas. Bananas are used everywhere. He tells me the whole backstory. I'm like, I think about it. I'm like, okay, let's go look at how many banana farms. Dude, this world runs on bananas. Bananas, it's like, did you know China sells one of the most expensive bananas and they send it to you wrapped up in the cardboard box, one single banana for some crazy outrageous price of like, I forget what it was, like $76 or something. And they're like, yeah, it's the best banana you'll ever have.
So,
like, go ahead.
In Japan, actually, there's stores that sell like the fruits have to be unblemished, and they have like bananas, pears, and apples, and like little crates and boxes and stuff, and they sell them for not hundreds of bucks, thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
So it's a weird world we live in, but the world with you got bananas coming from that's a new world food, right?
Right.
Asia and the Indo-Pacific region didn't have that. That's a like kind of like the potato, all that was indigenous to this side of the world, and it's also a food source for millions of people around the world, from Nigeria to Honduras, Mexico, Guatemala. I can go on. So we decided to use the logo to represent our project and what we're trying to do, because it's a food source. It sustains people. In this project, we want to sustain people financially and to have that that goal.
Yeah, and that's really what brought me in, because I'm like, okay, now bananas are running the world. Okay, so how do you tap into this? And you're like, hey, Teddy, we're just a community token. I'm like, bro, you're telling me you're just a community token. Then I look at your background. I'm like, you're from Shinja. Well, whoa, wait a second. Now there's this whole ecosystem here. Now I was being optimistic. I'm like, you're gonna list. Even though you were telling me, Teddy, I don't know. I can't tell you if we're gonna list. I'm like, you're gonna list. Then I asked you in the first time. It wasn't even an AMA, right? We just brought you on and we're like, what's next after Dojo Swap? And just for the viewers now, what is next? Has the roadmap changed? Like, I'm going through your site. I don't see anything that's changed. Can you tell me? You're talking on mute, Jason.
My bad. Eventually, we're gonna have to do a site update to reflect the issue we had with the bot, and the taxes has changed. So right now we have the taxes reduced, I believe, to don't quote me wrong because I don't have it in front of me, but it's below the 16% what we set. I believe it's around 4% right now.
Yeah.
And the reason why we did that, that's another thing that I wanted to bring up to the community is, and I let everyone in Telegram already know. So it's a known issue that we're having. We're having issues with the BUSD. So when we get cells, right, and everything like that, for some reason, and this is very weird because it's affecting certain wallets, it's not affecting everyone. It will clump the taxes together. So you might have 20 buys. It doesn't collect no taxes from those 20 buys. And then it pulls it and then you'll have a cell of like from that same wallet or whatever showing that he sold or she sold 10 BNBs, 4 BNBs. I'm using as an example. And that's actually the taxes that was collected for multiple transactions.
Right.
So right now we're working with Tech Rate to find a solution. It's nothing in the contract because if it was a contract issue, first of all, our audit would have found it, right?
Right.
So it's an issue with setting up either the BUSD or we have a number wrong, and like I'm working with Tech Rate and their engineers to advise us. But for the moment, the BUSD reward, we removed that for the moment to see if that was causing the issue. And so far, we narrowed it down to that because there hasn't been no trigger of that bot or anything like that in the past day. So we're still actively looking into it, but want to make the community aware that that is an issue and being out there transparent for it and everything like that.
So where do you go from here, Jason? How do you bring back that reflection? Because what if some people bought in
So
to PLNT because they wanted that sweet BUSD?
no, absolutely, absolutely. So we are gonna once Tech Rate advises me of a fix to do it, we are going to reinstate it. Now the question is, we had it at 7%. We might have to take a community vote to either to reduce it down to like a 5 or 4% because I want to keep the marketing wallet at 2% and I want to keep the liquidity a little bit lower than the rewards. But the overall idea of doing that is 16% original idea we had for the tax is too much tax. So I realized that looking at my project and other people and talking to other people in the community, and if we're a project on BNB, we want to be a very affordable and have people to enjoy the tokens that they have. Not when they transfer something to somewhere that they're going to be taxed to death, right? So I'm trying to reduce that tax below 4% to 10%. So that's the range that we're trying to get working right there.
Okay, so this 4% will now go to 10%.
No.
No, which 4%?
So you see where it says 16%, the total fees?
Yeah.
That's going to go to 10% or 4% in that range. Because right now we're reworking the percentage for the community, and also anyone who gets in will have less tax to pay.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're pretty much reducing the tax, the size of the marketing wallet, 5%. We're hopefully going to knock that down to 2% or 1%, depending on the volume we get. Liquidity pool, the liquidity is the one other than the reward that's going to have the highest number because that automatically, when you do a buy and sell, it adds to the ability for a next person to buy and sell, right? So we want to keep a good balanced number where we're getting enough money to go into that liquidity pool automatically.
Okay.
And also the rewards, once we find a fix that Tech Rate, says works and everything like that, we're going to implement it. But the rewards, since we're reducing the taxes totally, will be cut somewhat.
So, Jason, I have a question. Why did you go to Tech Rate versus the masters of BSC, TARP? Why did you go to Tech Rate?
So, TARPs, I don't want to talk bad about any other project.
I'm not saying anything bad. I said they're the masters. I said they're the masters.
Or anything like that. But the thing is, Tech Rate is industry known.
Correct.
There, a lot of other projects and big projects. And I'm going to say one big project that has done an audit with Tech Rate, Sinja. And so it's a well-known company. Their product is known. Their engineers are all verified, and they have much more advanced degrees and understanding of blockchain than no puns or not talking bad about any project, but TARP's been around for a couple of months, and I don't know the people who run it and so forth, and I'm not going to give my code to a variable that doesn't have I'm not saying they don't have a degree in coding or anything like that, but that is not an industry standard, right?
Right.
I just want to be safe with my code, and don't get me wrong, it is expensive to get an audit. It's around $5K to $6K to do an audit just for the code.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it is pricey, but it's the more secure way of doing business, especially in crypto. You want to make sure that you have somebody who is known out in the community for doing stuff like that, and it's a
Right.
known source. And that's why
No.
I went with TechRate.
That completely makes sense. Now, are you planning to do any other auditing other than what you've done?
Yes. Additionally, if once we start growing, and if if marketing funds allow us, maybe Certic. Looking at doing the big dog of the house Certic audit.
Yep.
But you're talking at that point, a Certic audit will run you between 15 to 20K to do a Certic audit.
No, that's just to get your foot in the door, Jason.
Door.
Once you get your foot in the
It's
door,
more.
they're
It's
gonna
more.
go, it's 100K. They always
Yeah.
do it. Do you know how many tokens come up to me and they're like, well, initially we thought it was gonna be 7K to 20K.
That's the price of admission, right? And then they
Yeah.
hit you another price.
And then we get in there and they're like, well, now it's like there's a lot here. Every token, there's a lot here.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot here. I'm like, well, every token has a lot there. I feel like you guys are just using that as your marketing thing to be like, oh my God, you guys are so good that like you wrote so much. We're gonna have to put extra people on this just to go through this. It's crazy.
Yeah, but also, at the same time, Certic is, a different animal on its own compared to, like TechRate. I'm not saying TechRate is a small outfit, but compared
Right.
to Certic,
Right.
and usually there's investors out there that, they would like to see a Certic, badge, or like to see that Certic seal of approval, right?
Right.
So it's something to consider. But yet again, when we get to that point, and if our marketing funds and everything allows to get to that point, I'm going to let the community decide.
Okay. I have a feeling that eventually Certic won't be the gold standard. More people are going to enter the space. You can have audits done because I'll tell you, in healthcare, there's HIPAA compliance.
Correct.
When we first started, there was only 1 or 2 companies doing HIPAA compliance. Everybody needed to get that HIPAA compliance.
Yep.
Now you go, and people are selling HIPAA compliance for like how much? $2,000? All right, $2,000, we do it. Boom. They're basically handing them out. I feel like
Correct.
that's what you're doing with Certic. Now they have so much money, they can set whatever price they want. They know in order to get their seal on your project, you're going to pay whatever that amount is. And that's what happens.
Yeah, until there's, I don't want to say the M word, right? Monopoly, but till there is other companies that appear and, have that trusted value as they do and doing the same thing, then we will consider, doing stuff like that. But as of the moment, if we get to that point where we can afford it, I'm gonna let the community decide. If that's the route the community want to do, and if they vote for it, we'll do it. If they vote no, let's use that funds for something else to help communities or help another project or do something else with it, marketing wise or something like that. That's all going to be in a community's hand. And I've never been involved in a project or seen in their project that puts that kind of vote into the community's hand.
I've been in that project. It's called Shinja. Thank you. No, I'm just kidding. Yo, real quick for Alexis, it looks like Adrian wants to know Alexis social media, please and thank you.
Okay. It is going to be at LEL_Alex08. Let me double check that for you.
EL Alex08.
Yeah.
What are you? Are you hidden?
There's
no underscore maybe?
Okay, let me get this for you. It should be at _AlexZ24. There we go.
At _AlexZ24.
There we go.
Is this you in a vest?
Yes, correct.
Alexander Zumba?
Oh no, it's not that one. Let me get this.
Bro, I hate to be this guy. It's like, who is this guy? Who is this guy? I'm like, this ain't you, bro.
Let me see.
I'm sorry.
Let me DM it
I'm
to
looking
you.
at this picture. I'm like, something don't add up. I mean, it looks like he's Hispanic too, Oh no, Peru. Sorry.
Yeah, he's Hispanic.
That's Hispanic.
That's Hispanic.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Also, let me speak on something else too while we're on that subject with the wallets and stuff like that.
Yeah,
We
go
are
ahead.
looking to do me and Jay onto companies to do the multi-sig wallets. And once we find something, we're gonna change the marketing wallet to the multi-sig wallet. That way we have the security there and everything like that. Um, I didn't realize personally till digging and asking around how expensive that is
Yeah.
to implement, but that's something that we're going to do. Another point, whenever we get I'm waiting for paperwork for the LLC.
Yeah.
Once that comes in, we're going to make everything public. Also, once we establish the bank account, we're going to see if we can make the statements public also. So that way everyone can see when marketing funds get converted into fiat and we have to pay for something, or if there's like an expense, let's say, I need to go to Honduras to go make sure that we're giving, a well or internet or something like that to verify and to be there in the community. Whatever funds get taken out from that and put into the bank account, all that's going to be made public. So everyone's going to see the expense and what we use the money for and everything.
Okay.
Yep.
No, that we need that transparency. And Jason, one of the things that you see a lot of people say is, "Oh, Platanaso is just a meme token. They're not going to do anything. They have nothing. It's a charity token." How do you combat that? Because there's many charity tokens in your space, including Medi token, which I'm doing an AMA with, right? So, what makes your charity token different than someone like Medi token, other
So
than BSC versus ETH or something like that?
correct. First of all, we are a business. I, filled out the paperwork in the state of Texas to do the LLC and everything like that. Second of all, yeah, we're in the meme environment, but we're gonna be going, out on the ground doing actual work, like going out, donating. We have a set of NGOs that we're gonna put out for the community vote, so we can go donate. And there's gonna be a certain period of time where me, I'm actually gonna go out and volunteer for Habitat of Humanity. When I was in high school, um, there's a couple of community service hours that you got to do and stuff like that. And I did a year and a half. I volunteered for humanity in Costa Rica to build habitats for people less fortunate and stuff like that. So that's something in my heart that I want to do for the project and sponsor. Us community members or whatever, if we can, to go down there and build stuff. Um, but we're gonna have a lot more use cases as we go on with the app and help learning people with Spanish and stuff like that, also English, and you get rewarded in Platanaso token. So we're thinking about the future and what we want to do.
No, that is
Yeah.
awesome to hear. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Jay.
One thing I may add. This was probably mentioned once, maybe for the new ones that have not heard about it yet. In our roadmap, there is going to be an announcement for NFTs. So that's another utility we're going to be building into Platanaso. And you know how the NFT world is. I mean, you can keep going with basically different series, different drops. It just keeps going and going. Obviously at a limited number of NFTs. So that's just one of the things that we'll be building into the Platanaso ecosystem.
So I saw that, and by the way, $9.99 donation from Antonio Herson TV. When you have a trusted dev like Jason, there's no limit to where the project can go. Long-term holder here, and this is exactly why I also believe in Jason and any project he touches, because I've seen his coding. He knows his stuff. He's transparent. How much more transparent? What other devs have you guys talked to that come out here are transparent? He's like, this is the roadmap. This is what we're gonna do. This is the market we're trying to target. Like most of these guys, yeah, everything's working, and okay, see ya, and they're gone in like 30 minutes. Jason
Yep.
has been on stream multiple times with the Ganja Goons, and it's like he knows his stuff, guys. It's so obvious. Any person that's watching this, it is obvious Jason knows his stuff. Is it not? Like, is that why you two came on, right? Alexis J. Like, you're like, okay, this guy can code it. He clearly knows his stuff. And then you're like, but this is what we bring to the table. And like that, you build your LLC, you build your brand, you know?
Yep.
So it's
Yep.
it's always great to hear that type of story. It's like, oh my God, this is crazy. Because everyone's talking about all the other charity tokens out there. They can rug you, they can do this, they're donating. And one of the things that comes up is, well, how can a charity token exist in the crypto space if they're constantly giving their money to charity? So is that something you can speak on?
So yes, I do see where, there are charities where, they're set up like a nonprofit, right?
Mhm.
We're gonna have some business expenses operating, but they're not gonna be as much as like what we want to try to do to the community and donate. Um, so there is gonna be somewhat of a business expense to gain the business up and running and everything like that. But my hope and my goal is, if we get enough people and we get the snowball effect, right? The NFTs with the app, putting this use case and stuff like that, more funds will become available to keep the business alive and also to keep, the dream and the will to give. Because yeah, it's kind of like a restaurant, right? You're on the border of always bankruptcy, with food and paying for your building and stuff like that. And it's going to be tough. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's going to be tough. We're going to have tough days. We're going to have hard days. But that's where, me personally, I excel in those environments, in the tough and hard days. And we have a plan and we have a vision, and also we have one hell of a community. Sorry if I said that word, but
No, you're
our
fine.
community is, they're supporting us in every, thing we're saying, and we listen to them, and whatever suggestions they put out, we're listening to them. And I found out, over the crypto space, the Twitter spaces, and other spaces, that majority of the devs for these other projects, they don't listen to the people. They
No,
don't.
they
They
do
don't.
not.
They don't. They don't care. And this is coming from me personally, and being as a dev now. I don't really care if you put $1 or $100 million. I treat you with respect and dignity.
Mhm.
And I think that's that lack in the space, right? The
Right.
devs, they're going out seeking for big whales and everything like that. To be honest, there's many opportunities where I could have got big whales into the project and everything like that, and got, massive fundings. I chose not to go that route because I want hardworking, honest people.
Right.
I want that behind my project.
Right.
And that's what I'm trying to accomplish here, is to go out and make these connections with hardworking, honest people. And that's why another thing is, for advertising, you see billboards and everything like that. I don't want to target those big billboards. I want to target those billboards that are bus stops, train stations, those where, a single mom who only has like, a couple $100 in her bank account, where she could put like $5 in BNB and invest in our project, and hopefully get large gains from it. Those are the type of people that I want to bring into our project,
Right.
and cultivate and help them out. Because in the end, I understand it's about profit in crypto, but you can also do profit. You can also do helping other people and helping your fellow man and woman. You can also do that too. So you
Yeah.
can, you could do both at the same time. You can also make profit, and you can also help a worthy cause. And that's another thing that I feel like the crypto space, there is a lack of this empathy, right? This caring that's going on.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
with the group of people that we got, from Yaktown to Spice Man to Smoke Haze, I'm just saying, these community members, Gesso, these are the people that make us, you know? And even with that pre-seller, these are the people that stepped up and are helping the community keep this dream and this idea alive.
Yes, I absolutely agree. And the community token aspect is really what drove me to you as well, because I've heard of other tokens. Hey, we're a company, everyone owns certain shares. As they make profit, they all split that share. You guys are so legitimate that you're like, we have our own wallets, no one's sharing anything. And if you want if you want to take profits, you're allowed to take profits. There's no, hey, I need to go report to a board that owns
Yep.
me and be like, hey, the reason we didn't hit our revenue goals is, like that's too much,
Yeah.
like doing that whole concept. So when it's a community, we are literally in so early. Jason, does this still feel so early to you that we're
Oh,
still
yeah.
gonna take off?
Oh yeah, now we had that peak, and what killed, I'm gonna be frank with you, what killed our momentum was that incident with that big spike. If not, we would be hovering around 30, but it just means more, get on working more, going out, doing more stuff. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, it set us back a little bit,
Yeah.
but it's giving us that knowledge that now we know, certain people in our community that stepped up and helped. We know that
Right.
there's that want there. That's that dream there.
Right.
And now I understand where, talking to the people in the VC and spending time with them and everything like that. I've cultivated and built these friendships, and they've built friendships with me, and understanding where, their lives, and we talk on an almost daily basis with these people, and it's just amazing. And you know what, we're going to keep on going, keep on trucking, and our price is going to reflect that. What we got up in the pipeline,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna see, us go somewhere.
I mean, I already see you going somewhere. You've already applied to CVT. You can now give bonds. They're gonna list you, Jason. I'm sorry, they're gonna list you. You're both BSC. I know. You're gonna tell me I can't tell you yet. I just applied. Blah blah blah. But I'm sorry, both BSC. You were there since the beginning. You had that conversation with Crypto Burn, and he told you to call him. Now
Yeah.
if he doesn't list you, it's gonna look bad because publicly. He flat out said, yeah, hit me up. Of course we'd list Jason, right?
Yeah.
He said that. He said that publicly. So now that's in my mind. If CVT goes up, PLNT is going to go up as well,
And we're not on no current exchanges except, Pancake Swap.
Yeah.
And that might be an issue for them, because I did see on their, thing what exchange we're listed on. So
Yeah,
that
but
might
they're
be
not on an exchange either.
True, but just out of transparency, I'm not asking for preferential treatment or anything, but I did fill out the application, sent it, and we'll see where it goes. If we
I'm
get
seeing
in,
good
we
things.
get in. If we don't get in, we have a plan to keep moving forward on what we're doing, and keep on listings for other
I
exchanges.
personally think it would be so cool just to be like, hey, we're giving you a donation. Not only are we giving you a donation, we're giving you a bond in our crypto PLNT, and you guys can unlock it in a year. It's all
Correct.
yours.
Correct.
That's pretty cool. No one else is doing this. And
Yeah.
this utility they showcased on that stream too. So it's like, whoa, this is crazy. CryptoVern came in there.
It's a very novel niche idea, especially in crypto space. You have to have that novel niche idea to actually excel. And it's I was reading it this morning, looking at it and everything like that, and it looks like it's going to be a solid project.
Yes, and I have to address this sneaker plug. The Rock is here, guys. We are big fans of the Shrivelingum. It's been in my community. The Ganja Goons gang loves it. It is like I'm sorry, I hate to use the word pray, but we ask for profits, we ask for good energy, and we also ask that for PLNT. We are gonna pump. This is just a sleeping giant, guys. It's gonna happen. I do want to open up the chat to anyone that's watching. If you have any questions that we haven't addressed, now's the time to type them. And also, Alexis, what's going on? Yeah, I feel like I haven't talked to you. Tell me something.
Yeah. So something to just get out there. We're really trying to push this into like third world countries, like Mexico, for example. I've been telling my uncles over there, my nieces, everything, and they're really excited for what's to come. I'm actually planning, if we get this with the CVT, a collab or anything, send them some bonds, something long term for them, because it's a little bit hard to live there on a day-to-day basis.
And I feel like with that motto, right? Like when you give people money or a donation, they may go through it just like that. But when you do these bonds, every month have an unlock, right? Hey, we're giving you a donation for a year, but every month you get X amount of percentage, That's a whole different vibe, because now it makes them think, how do I want to use this? How do I budget this correctly?
Correct, 100%. And like I said, it's a very niche idea, and
Hmm.
taking from real world stuff like bonds, like saving bonds, right? Go to a bank, get a child savings bond. That bond that you bought that was like $10, might be $10,000 when they're 18 or something like that. So it's a very niche concept and idea. And I when I read their white paper and I read their information, it's amazing what they're trying to do in the space.
Jason, I still have to follow up with you because I ask you every time you come on, what is the price prediction now that you have in your head for the next 6 months? Next 6 months, not tomorrow, not the next day. In 6 months, where do you plan to be?
So in 6 months, we're definitely, I'm not going to give you a number, but
How
we
many
are,
zeros, Jason? Just tell me how many zeros, Jason.
we're going to be up there.
How many holders?
So the holders, we're at right now 272. So we're working.
Oh no, we lost one. Yeah, we
Oh,
lost one. We lost one.
oh no, we lost one. That's fine. We'll gain two to replace that one. But
Yes.
we're working hard every day. On social media, on what Jade's doing. He's the guy who does the tweets, and this guy here is a master at making photos and our logo and stuff like that. And we're working hard on a daily basis to get the Chilean army out there, the Plat army, and
Yep.
get them out there to shill and help us to get our name noticed. Because once we get our name noticed by a big person, right? It's a snowball effect. It gets and you've seen that with Shib, you've seen that with Satama, you've seen that with Shinobi, and so forth, so forth. When you get that one person into your project and they see what you're trying to do and your goals, it becomes a snowball effect, and you're just building. So we're trying to grow it organically, naturally. I know we had some hits with the price and everything like that, but we're here for the long haul. We're here for the stay. I wouldn't establish a business if I wasn't here for the long haul.
Right. And then they have a question, Jason.
Yeah.
Since you're registered in Texas, will you be moving and setting up office in Texas?
Maybe it might be a possibility in the future. I have a.
He's gonna move next to Cliff, boys. He's moving next to Cliff. It's gonna happen. I already see it.
I born and bred in Louisiana. This is my hometown, New Orleans, Louisiana. I have an older brother. He lives down in Corpus, and
Okay.
so I do visit Texas very, very often. I got nieces and nephews over there and everything like that. Now, yeah, it might be a possibility in the future, but as of this moment, we have a registered agent for the company and everything like that, and all the mail or whatever gets forwarded to my house here in New Orleans.
Yep.
It's just the reason why we chose Texas is because of the taxes,
Yeah.
especially for crypto companies and stuff like that.
And
if
there's
I
no
would have
income tax in Texas either, right?
No.
So if you take income from your crypto, you ain't getting taxed.
correct, so it's for tax purposes. If I would have done it in Louisiana, we have income tax. So it's more a burden for me to pay out of my pocket or whatever. So that's why I set it up in Texas, because of the taxes. Now, that could change, depends,
You ain't changing that LLC. Get out of here. You're registered.
No. Not the LLC, the taxes. I mean,
in Texas,
that could always change and do something. And
nah, bro, it's Texas. They ain't changed. They don't change that much. I'm sorry. I've seen many things go in to try and reform and bring change. I'm like, nah, they ain't changing.
You're all right there, but in eventuality, if they do, we'll address it when we get to that road. But that's the main reason why we chose Texas, just for the taxes.
And now, Jay and Alexis, would you both move to Texas if there was an office there?
That's definitely a possibility.
Where are you currently located, both of you?
I'm in Massachusetts, so I'm like half an hour away from Boston.
I'm in California.
Where in Mass?
I'm in Lawrence, Massachusetts.
God, you're right next to. Isn't Max also in Lawrence?
Yes.
Did you go to school with him? No, I'm just kidding. You end up finding him in your yearbook. You're like, oh my God, it was that guy.
Actually, you
that's
know what?
hilarious.
This might be a surprise to you guys, but I know Max personally. I met Max through my brother. So we've seen each other years back, couple times, and
The community is small. The Hispanic
It-
Latino community is small, and that's why you guys know each other. I guarantee it. Because in Boston, the cliques they stick together. I see it all the
Well,
time, so it makes sense. You're bound to meet if it's not one.
it's a small world.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a small world, and
Yep.
we have community members, that yeah, it's super small world because I got a story. My parents, they worked for this guy. Come to find out, the grandfather knew my grandfather, so and randomly too. So it's a small world.
Dude, this is what's crazy. Now we have Shinja. You're getting listed on Dojo Swap. Jay has Max Equation connection. We could get a Sadamask listing as well. We're closing all the loops here. Platanaso, the real charity token. Oh my god! Oh my god! I can see this happening down the line. It may not be now, maybe not now, but just imagine. Just imagine.
Just
Yeah.
saying. I'm not gonna touch that with a 10-foot pole right now. Just saying.
Give it 6 months. Give it 6 months, Jason.
Just
it's gonna
saying.
happen.
Just saying. All right. Just saying. But yeah.
All right. I do know you guys have a hard stop at 8. We are a few minutes over. I apologize, guys. Thank you for joining me. This is truly I believe this is my second AMA ever on this channel, and I'm so blessed that it was with you guys. And yet again, PLNT, please rise. It's going to happen. I'm going to continue to hold. We believe in the Shiva Lingam, and I'm hoping the best. So, Jason, Jay, Alexis, I appreciate it, guys. I really do.
Teddy, is
Thank you.
truly a pleasure for you to even be in part of the team, and have us here in the AMA. And brother, if I was next to you, I'll give you a big hug, man. I really appreciate it.
All right, guys. Thank you.